Hi, everybody. I'm Leah Turner, and you are watching the Gallatin Underground show. And I'm going to start with a song I wrote called On the Road. Something I said today, not sure how you felt when you walked away. Got no time for games you play, for you to decide to stay. I stand before you now, solid strength like never before. To my kin I made a vow, though I don't know how. I'm on the road away, on the corner of change. Now I know I can't stay, best be on my way. Years gone by, much has changed. Still can't wipe those tears away. So I hold on to today, where my dreams are here to stay. I'm on the road away, on the corner of change. Oh, I know I can't stay, I best be on my way. I'm on the road away, on the corner of change. Oh, I've been here before, same old rocky, rocky shore. I'm on the road away, on the corner of change.
Ah, thanks, Leah. That was awesome. My name's Vince, and this is my co-host.
Aaron Redfire.
And together we do the Gallatin Underground show. Today we're here with Leah Turner from Under the Umbrella, with friends Neil Filobetto and Terry on the bass there. So, Leah, how long have you been playing music?
Well, actually, I initially started playing guitar when I was 24, so I feel like I was real late to the party. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. I had some friends that were jammers and would invite us over to barbecue and stuff, and they would jam, and I was so inspired, and they gave me a little ukulele guitar to go home and fiddle around with. And about a month or two later was my birthday, and my parents got me a guitar, and I just took off ever since. Just been going with it ever since. So.
I don't think it's ever too late to start. Yeah,
Yeah.
24 is not that.
Yeah, I'm kind of aging myself a little bit, but yes, I started at 24. So.
Cool. So what brought you to start playing music with these guys?
Well, it's kind of a funny story. I really actually had a real hard time. Like, I was loving writing music, but I was having a real hard time with stage fright, to be honest. Public speaking all my life, I've absolutely had a hard time with it. And I went to an open mic one night to just get it all out there and say, why not? You got to start somewhere. And I met Neil afterwards, and he asked me if I'd like to get together and see what kind of music we could do together. And we did. And the first thing I noticed was I started getting some introduction to music that was kind of pre my generation. And so I had to learn some songs that were definitely outside my wheelhouse. But I do think that over time, by being with Neil and all that, it made me better, made my songwriting and my style better. So
let me understand this. You're saying that you feel dated, but you had to learn Neil's generation of music?
That's right.
That's old stuff.
I had to ask, like, for instance, we do a song called The Five and Dime. I had to find out what is a five and dime. And it's basically like a dollar store today, right?
Yeah.
So pretty cool.
So what kind of guitar are you playing there?
This is a Breedlove, and I bought this last summer, and I went down to Music Villa, and Neil went with me because he's kind of like my coach in some ways. And the guy that worked at Music Villa came with this guitar, and it was another guitar too, and I was kind of playing on the two back and forth, and this one literally just felt natural immediately. And I
Instantly
swear
fell
this
in love.
guitar, this Breedlove makes me sound better.
That's awesome.
It helps me out. So I think a guitar is like a tool, and it's an extension of yourself, and
Sure.
that's what this one is quickly becoming. So
That's really cool. So Neil, let's talk about you for a minute. You met Leah at the open mic, and
Yep.
you've been playing music forever as well. Let's hear your story.
Well, yeah, I've been playing, I guess, for about 100 years now, and to be really old. And, well, no, it's just something I grew up with. A lot of musical friends, lots of time to just sit around and play with it, and I kind of learned the long way around. But like Leah was saying, that it's she's learned kind of a genre of old blues, some old folk songs, stuff and she's just such a quick learner. It's just like we didn't skip a beat. We just sort of practice a bit, and we could always practice more. But no, she's just fit into the mix, and it's been a lot of fun.
Really cool. And then Terry, how did you get involved in this project?
Well, Neil is my brother-in-law.
So he has to come.
Oh, so family first, right?
Yeah.
family affair.
And we started playing several years ago and have collaborated on several different recordings, different ensembles, I guess. And the latest one is with Leah,
Cool. That's really awesome.
who has an amazing voice.
Leah, you do have an amazing voice.
Aw.
It's really awesome.
I'm
to
glad I
hear.
pushed through the fear.
Yeah,
I
I'm
am.
glad you pushed through the fear too. I'm sure the audience is as well.
Aw,
So,
thank you.
So what do you think you have for us next?
Yeah, this next song I wrote was the second song I wrote. And this song is very vulnerable for me. There's a lot of emotion involved with this song. So it's kind of taken it a while to find its place. The song has kind of evolved. But I will say that this is probably one of my most bare songs emotionally, where I'm like bare in my soul a little bit. But for me, that's when the best of my music comes out. So this is called When the Walls Come Down.
you get through. Sometimes we need a friend to help us get by in the end. I could sing a song for you and help you get through. Sometimes we need a friend to help us get by in the end. Just like this, I wrote that deadly bliss, and it brought me to my knees, enough so I could see. It's mostly in my head, it's me and it's not them. I'm mostly powerless, I stop to catch my breath. Sing a song for you and help you get through. Sometimes we need a friend to help us get by in the end. When the walls come down and the whiskey's dry, no one's around, ain't no surprise.
So you say that's a really emotional song. Do you mind diving into the story behind the song a little bit?
Yeah, I can actually. The first song I wrote, I'd been through a really painful divorce, and which ultimately ended up at the end with just a lot of depression and anxiety and mental health and some substance abuse to cope with all of that. And so that song is really about like the part of me that fell apart and the part of me I realized that was the beginning of putting me back together. And so both of those songs, as I wrote them, were very healing. And so it's almost like a journal. It's almost like a journal that comes out in songwriting. So, just the pain and being alone and lonely and not wanting to tell anybody how much pain I was in. And that's why that song is so emotional, because I wanted everybody to think that I was just fine. And that song really kind of talks about how I'm not fine. I'm doing much better now, though, thanks to the music.
Yeah, I mean, music is a very, very emotional thing in itself. And, I think a lot of people are able to take situations and events that have happened in their life and to put it into music. And some people use it as a release, and some people use it as a crutch, and it just it's a tool that so many people can use for so many different things, and to be able to sing a song like that and to let all those emotions out, and I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I don't want any more of that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm moving on, and I'm starting over. It's just going to be me.
That's right.
But to forget about it, I don't think that's the answer either.
Mm-hmm.
I think live and learn, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And making songs like that just really, it helps other people out who are going through the same thing.
And actually, when I was writing that song, I was obviously writing about my pain, but I was thinking about the other people that, when they hear that, what that might do for them to feel like they maybe relate to me. So I relate to them.
Yeah.
So that's the point.
Music is very relatable, and sometimes you pass a message to somebody else that you weren't even intending to, and
right.
It's a very healing thing. Music.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It has healed. It has been part of the process of my healing, without a doubt. But I had to work through an intense fear and insecurity to get there.
Yeah.
And so in a way, because I worked through that, I feel like I'm just reaping the benefit, and the music's just coming out of me. So,
That's
and I'm
awesome.
sharing it.
That's right.
Well, it sounds friggin' beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Do you guys want to talk about Under the Umbrella and the message that brings a little bit?
Yeah,
Since that's pretty big part of what you guys do.
Yeah, so, obviously I'm working on my own singer-songwriting material, which is, what I'm throwing out here today. But I'm a vocalist for Under the Umbrella, along with Neil. And I'd love for Neil, actually, I feel like Neil kind of explains it really
Yeah,
well.
Let's let Neil explain it. Let's put him on the spotlight for a minute.
Okay. Well, it's Under the Umbrella is, we're under the umbrella and so are you. And I think anytime somebody has an issue or, and I'm strong on, from the mental health side of things, to be open and create a bridge for people to be able to relate to, just like Leah said. And it's, we did a production of it. Terry was in on actually the whole thing. It was some previously recorded music and then some newer stuff that Leah was in on. And so we've kind of, that's just how it ended up. The songs are like that. They're edgy. They deal with the issue and then they end hopeful.
Yeah.
So it's not a beauty contest by any means, life. So it's that's the way we captured it, and that's kind of how we're moving forward too. And with Leah writing new material, we incorporated in our trio, and then at the same time she can market herself for anything else that might be down the road. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun, and it helps me keep me on the planet. That's for sure.
I remember the first time you gave me the Under the Umbrella CD, and well, to be honest, it probably took me at least a week to put it into the CD player. But I did. I sat down and I listened to the whole thing, and about halfway through, I just started crying, and I'm like, this music is so emotional. And it's just so real and raw, and you really realize, like, you're not the only one. You're not the only one
Yeah.
out there that's going through these problems and these issues, and mental health is a huge thing, and music is a healing tool. And I just think it's amazing what you guys have created and the message that you're putting out with it.
Yeah, thank you.
It's powerful. It's
Yeah,
really cool.
thank you. Thanks. So with that, should I go into another song?
Yeah, if you want to do
All
another
right.
one, sure. Let's hear another song.
Okay. This song is a song I wrote called DTs, and it was just a good venting for the last 4 years. I needed a little venting, and this was it. So,
Okay.
ooh, Capo Cub, come on. Okay.
Got it. Oh, we'll start with the right chord. 1, 2, 4.
There ain't no way this is like yesterday. You play much too dirty. Bone Spurs will be your nickname. That's that guy with no game. Could it be your toupee? And you're such a bully. When will it be your last day? You have worn out your stay. 'Cause you're a day trader and a gaslighter, and I don't mean for my sake. You got a mean scheme up your sleeve and super delicate skin. You're a day trader and a gaslighter, and I don't mean for my sake. You got a mean scheme up your sleeve, super delicate skin, but it ain't gonna work on me. they say about being vain. Let it all down the drain. We'll find peace in the rain. It's kinda hard to stay sane. 'Cause you're a day trader and a gaslighter, and I don't mean for my sake. You got a mean scheme up your sleeve, super delicate skin. Got a day trader and a gaslighter, and I don't mean for my sake. You got a mean scheme up your sleeve, super delicate skin. No, it ain't gonna work on me. No, it ain't gonna work on me. No, it ain't gonna work on me.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's really cool. So you guys have only been playing together for your original stuff for Leah Turner just for a few months, or maybe a little longer?
Probably well, I wrote On the Road in 2018, so I feel like that was when we first started. When we would practice, we'd start mixing my songs in to the set, and then when we would do a gig, we'd put it into the set, and then as I've written more songs, they get added into the set. So I would say since 2018 really is when,
For you two.
yeah, for me and Neil, yes.
Yeah. And then Terry was just brought on
Last
recently.
couple of months.
The last
Yeah.
couple of months.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, yesterday we brought
Yesterday.
Terry in.
The
Feels
perks,
like
of,
this
perks of
morning.
being a family member, right?
Well, I gotta say, you guys sound really tight. How often do you get together for practice?
Well, I'm
We
I'm a
don't.
mom, and I'm also a teacher, and so it's been hard, but we make it work. I'd say when we're getting ready to come up onto a gig, like twice a week before the gig, and I'd say, I don't know, at least it feels like not quite once a week, but at least, like I said, when we have a gig coming up, we'll get together maybe twice in a week before we perform to try and make it sound as tight as possible.
And I get 5 minutes before the gig.
that just shows how talented you are.
Just a bass player.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
So who are some of your guys' influence? So who brought you to playing this style of music, or just influenced you to want to play music
Yeah.
growing up and through life?
I have to say, the blues is my foremost influence. But really, obviously, I love Led Zeppelin, the Allman Brothers, stuff like that. But I really believe that the roots of a lot of that music goes back to the old blues roots. So the blues is my favorite. It's what makes me really get really into the music and connect with the music. But some of the great rock and roll classic musicians like Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, the Allman Brothers. Some more newer influence I would say would be Chris Cornell, and probably some female vocalists like Jewel and Colby Collet and Sarah Bareilles, something like that.
Yeah, that would be.
How about you guys?
Yeah, let's hear your guys' too.
Well, and the ones that you mentioned toward the end there, I was introduced to because I didn't listen to that kind of music. So we
you
have.
didn't grow up listening to Jewel, Neil?
Yeah, well, I did. I did actually. Jewel was my son was into Jewel, so I get to listen to all her stuff.
Neil hasn't grown up. So.
Yeah, I know he's a big kid at heart.
That's right. I suppose my influence is similar to what Leah said, but probably more root style would be like Ry Cooder, and I really like Richard Thompson, and Steve Earle, Lucinda Williams, that kind of stuff. That Bob Dylan's got a couple in there we like to do. So more along that lines of, and I guess that would be maybe an alternative folk with a lot of blues influence in it.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
What about you, Terry? What are some of your influences?
One word, Jocko.
Nice.
I started playing all through high school and went to college for a little bit, and Jazz was a huge influence, especially fusion.
Yeah.
But studied classical, played blues, played country, played it all.
So
Polka
just
once in a
definitely bass heavy orientation. So
Oh,
you've
yeah.
always been a bass head.
Absolutely.
Cool.
String bass, electric bass, yeah, you name it. It's all about the bass.
Nice.
Do you ever bring in a string bass to this band?
No, mostly because it's such a chore to pack around.
I bet.
Yeah.
And with old arthritic hands, it's getting tougher to play it too.
Aw,
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
that makes me sad. I'm
Comes with the
sorry.
age. Yeah.
We'll be there someday too. and-
No, it'll never happen.
not.
No,
I
I'll
hope
never
I'm
age.
already, my fingers, I'm feeling them already, and I'm not even close to these guys this age.
Hey, wait a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No age shaming, Vince.
I love these guys. They're awesome. Yeah. So you guys have got quite a bit booked up this summer, and you guys are just kind of really hitting the venues. It seems like. What
Yeah.
are some of your guys' favorite places that you guys have played?
Well, my favorite so far this summer was the Livingston Farmers Market. Their venue was amazing. I, do the Bozeman Farmers Market too, but I absolutely loved it. They had great seating. The park surrounding is beautiful, and they have a band shell that is just cool looking. So I felt like I was like for real, like a for real musician at the Livingston Farmers Market. But also I've enjoyed the Smelter City Brewery in Anaconda. That's been fun. But mostly I just like the response from the people and interacting with the people when they come up to me to ask me about music and what I'm writing, and they generally tell me they like what they hear, so I enjoy that, and that keeps me coming back to do more gigs. So that's my response. What's been your favorite, Neil?
I just love to play, and it's been playing with these two people. It adds a whole nother dimension. We played with a drummer, Doug Wales, a while ago, and played at the Bozeman Farmers Market, and there again it goes to another whole level. So I always say this, by myself I can only go so far, and when I get hooked up with other people, it seems to bloom, and that's what keeps me coming back.
That's awesome. Just the love for the music.
Yeah.
And Terry, is it just the family tie that brings you to playing these gigs?
No, it's definitely the music. Definitely the music. And I'd have to say that Livingston, for the acoustics, was
Yeah.
outstanding, but they're all fun.
I
They're all
have not
fun.
had a chance to make it
Oh.
out there. I'm going to have to definitely do that
Just
before the
that.
Yeah.
summer's out.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what do you guys have for us next? What's the next song about?
Yeah, let me tell you about that one. This next one's called I'll Take Three, and I wrote this song like during the pandemic, and there's like lots of downtime and just more downtime than I'd had in a long time, and I did a lot of self-reflection, and basically this song is kind of me identifying kind of the selfish side of myself that I'm growing up and maturing away from, we'll say. So this song is called I'll Take Three, because two doesn't cut it, you gotta have three. So, and I feel like anyone can relate to this song, could be anything that you want three of.
That's right.
So. Innocent, the way it always was. I can't seem to find the time to write down what I've become. Maybe I'll go to Memphis, way down to New Orleans. Find me a sugar daddy to buy me what I need. 'Cause I go from town to town, knocking on any door. Do you got what I need? 'Cause I'll take three. I'll take three, yeah, I'll take three. You know me, yeah, I'll take three. I'll take three, Took more than 3 to knock the ego out of me. Just when I thought I'd learned a life lesson in my mind, when 1 or 2 would do, I hear the same old line. I go from town to town, knocking on any door. Do you got what I need? 'Cause I'll take 3. I'll take 3, yeah, I'll take 3. You know me, yeah, I'll take 3. I'll take 3, yeah, I'll take 3. You know me, yeah, I'll take 3.
That's right.
That one's gonna be stuck in my head all day.
It does. I will warn you right now.
It's definitely relatable. I've taken 3 a few too many times.
More like 6.
Hey, I'm getting better, right?
Yeah.
One
When
step
I-
at a time, baby steps.
When I wrote that song and I went to bed after that, it was
Oh.
in my head the entire night. I dreamt about I'll Take 3 all night that night. It was funny. I've never had that happen with any other song, so.
Well, in this one, if I just wanted to jump in.
Yeah.
Leah called me from the hallway of her house, and she just sang it a cappella. You know, she was just, hey, I got this song. And I always love getting those phone calls. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of late at night, I feel. I was staying up late writing a song.
Sometimes when inspiration hits, you
Sometimes.
just gotta let someone know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Or, and you got to write it down, or get
Uh-huh.
it down, or get it in your head, or
Yeah.
not let it out, because let it slip by, and the next thing you know, it's
You
gone,
forget,
and you're
you
like,
can,
no.
Yeah, sometimes if I go to sleep and I'll wake up the next morning, it'll be gone. So I try to get it hammered out or down somewhere, written down, or in my phone notes or something. So, yeah.
Sometimes if I'm too lazy after I've written something and I just convince myself that it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
It happens. I think everybody has songs they feel that way about, but it's not really always about you and how you feel. If you're pushing the message out there, it's sometimes meant for somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But so this is a question we always like to ask, and sometimes I feel opinionated on the answer before we ask it at all. But in this case, I really don't know. I really don't know what the answer is. Do you want to do the honors? Yeah.
Drum roll. Who is the diva of the band?
Oh, my. I don't know. That's putting me on the
Honestly,
spot.
I don't think there is one.
Yeah, there
Diva
might not
free?
be.
It's not the person whose name is in the title.
Right. So most bands, singer that use their name as this is my band, this is all about me. They're the diva. I don't feel that from you. I don't know.
I'm glad you actually bring that up because I hadn't really thought about that. But I think honestly, it's the whole idea of bringing together and that on my, kind of like what he said, like on my own, I like what I do, but I like adding the layers of the other instruments in. So I more so feel grateful. That's the honest truth. I feel gratitude. So I don't want to be a diva because I don't want them to be like, oh, we don't want to work with her. That's the honest truth. I mean
Not to
it.
sound sexist, but I've been in multiple bands with female singers, and they always are. Not this time.
Thank you, Terry. That was the goal.
And I've worked with you and Neil a handful of times, and I've just never gotten that vibe that you're just demanding or controlling, and you're always so excited when you show up, and you have so much energy. I'm like, there's no way you're the diva. There's no man, but I'm like, diva free. Right.
Well, I mean, I kind of, if you listen to the words of that song, DTs, I'm kind of anti-diva. Right?
Okay,
I'm
okay.
anti-diva. I'm more about, I think, being humble, or at least trying to be. So.
Well, I think it all comes down to it's about the song, and I think each one of us contribute a certain amount to it. I don't bass player. I like having as loud as the rest of it. It's all our contribution to what the song is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under the umbrella, right? And come together. It's a come together kind of thing.
right
That's
now.
awesome.
So what plans do you have in the future for this little trio here?
Obviously, an album. It's got to be coming,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, I have 8 songs written right now, so I don't know. I think average for a CD is, or an album, excuse me. I don't know. I'm thinking 12 or 13 songs. So if I can just,
Write a
write
couple
a
more.
few more, we'll be
cool.
there. But they've been coming faster and faster, so I'm feeling hopeful that I might finish that sooner than later. So.
Yeah, I think when I talked to you guys a few months ago when we booked this, I think at that time you only had 4 songs.
Yeah, I've written more
And
since then. Yeah.
That's really impressive to knock another 3 out. I think I've written 2 new songs in
Yeah.
the last year.
Yeah,
It's
I
been a struggle for me lately, but
Yeah, I'm going with it right now. I hope it continues to flow. But he keeps reminding me that writer's block is a real thing. So
it's a real thing.
we'll see what happens. But for
No.
right now, it's flowing. So
Now I know, and I'm out there to all the other musicians too. Don't get discouraged when you get that writer's block. Just enjoy everybody else's music for a minute,
Yeah.
and one
get
day
some
it'll just
inspiration.
snap in, and all of a sudden you're going to be diving into 12 new songs, or
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well,
don't lose hope.
I think writer's block is time to polish the other ones.
That's
That's a good
good.
way.
That's good thoughts there too, Neil. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't believe in writer's block. I just work through it.
Oh. Well, you're
Yeah.
just special, Aaron.
Oh no. No, I'm not.
Well, I'm going to try to work through it too. So,
That's awesome.
This next song I wrote is called Lonely. And anybody, I'm sure there's people out there who experience being lonely. And I wrote it during Christmas time. And it's actually in the lyrics. But I swear that those holidays and the Christmas time, and it's a lonely time of year. It can be a pretty tough time of year for some people. So that's where the inspiration for this song came from. And of course, I'm talking about my story. And so it's kind of like my story of my loneliness. So, and talking about it. So that's what this one is. Put your head on my shoulder, take a walk with me. Meet me down at the corner, have a meal with me. I've got 10,000 reasons why I don't want you to leave. Put your head on my shoulder, whisper to me, whisper to me. Quiet in here, I'm all alone. The thoughts in my head, I won't let nobody know. I'm doing alright, just say I'm fine. I am fine, I am fine. You know it's lonely, lonely when you don't. You know it's lonely, lonely when you do. You know it's lonely, lonely when you don't. You know it's lonely, lonely when you do. Hanging the lights, it's Christmas time. Hits me again, that same old feeling. I thought it was gone. Hang my head and cry one more time, one more time. You thought I was gone, I'm back again. The rainbow, one thing I've got but resilience. I stand up again, shake this off one more time, one more time. You know it's lonely, lonely when you don't. You know it's lonely, lonely when you do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, about being lonely.
I sometimes get lonely during the holidays. You know, I think the biggest reason for me is not being able to see all the people that you really want to, and you know, missing family and
Yeah.
friends. You know, but just a phone call helps, but it's never quite the same. And it's a lonely time for
It
me
is.
in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. You know, I can relate to that song.
Yeah, and I think for me, something about Christmas time and hanging the lights, it just made me think about that lonely time of year. And so I think a lot of what my songwriting ends up being is just kind of wanting to reach out to people and say, hey, I feel the same way. Like, I'm feeling this too. And it's okay.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's definitely okay. Well, this is the part of the show where Aaron does this little spiel, and
Yeah.
we haven't done it in a long time, so it's gonna be horrible. So.
I'm just gonna. It's kind of hard because I'm not in the camera angle. I'm
We'll get in the
mic.
camera angle, Aaron. Jeez, there you are. There, you're in the camera.
So you're probably watching this on YouTube or whatever. So like, make sure you hit that bell and the subscribe button and stuff, because we need you. We need you really bad.
That's it. That's all you got to say.
Oh, and if you're a musician or an artist, or you're involved in the community somehow and you want to get on our show, you can go to www.theguradio.com and check out our artist submission form, and that's how you get on our show.
And if that's too complicated and you can't figure it out, just send us a message on Facebook, and we'll get in touch, and we'll get you guys on here, because we want to see everybody's awesome art and talent, whether you're poet, musician, visual artist. We want to see what you guys do. So hit us up, and we'll put you out there.
Yeah, we want to make you sound cool and look cool and hell
have
yeah.
fun. Yeah, we just
and
wanna
have
have
fun.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's mostly what this is all about.
Yeah, we're kind of goofballs, but
thanks
So.
for making me look cool.
oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
Thanks for being so awesome and playing so well. So
Oh, thank you so much.
So-
I'm enjoying being here.
you guys have 2 more songs for us, I think. Or
Yeah,
2 more
yeah.
songs. Okay.
If we have time for that.
Yeah,
that's what we've
let's
got.
do one more, and then we'll do our thank yous and goodbyes and wrap it up. So.
Okay.
All right.
This next one I wrote is a song called Can't Hide, and I feel like the lyrics, really speak for themselves as far as what this song's about. So I'm not going to talk about it too much. I'll just let you listen.
2, 3, 4.
Can't fly with just one wing. You can't sing with just one chord. Can't dream when you get no sleep. And you can't hide from your own eyes. Can't walk through a shut door. Can't play when you got no friends. Can't laugh when you got no joy. And you can't hide from your own eyes. You can't hide from your own eyes. You can't fly with just one wing. You can't fly with just one wing. You can't hide from your own eyes. Can't build when you got no base. Can't help when you got no tools. Can't feel free when you got no peace. And you can't hide from your own eyes. You
That's awesome. So this is the part of the show where we let you guys say any thank yous and give any shout outs to anybody that's helped you along the way. Special people in your life, people who have supported you, whether it be, people or venues or anything.
Family members.
Family.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to focus on right now, this is the time to do it. So go for it.
Okay.
Leah, let's start with you.
All right. Well, I definitely want to thank my partner, Maddie, and my children. They, God, I don't want to get emotional, but they've been amazing and cheered me on, and I'm trying not to get emotional. But also, I really want to thank Neil. He took me under his wing. I was so scared, and he took me under his wing, and he believed in me, and he let me mess up and keep going. And I remember asking him, am I fired? And he didn't fire me. He keeps bringing me back. And I want to thank Terry. He has to drive a little ways to come get with us. And when he's here, his enthusiasm and effort it just honestly, all of it reminds me to keep going. So my friends, my family, my coworkers, I've had a lot of support, and I'm really, really thankful to those people.
Terry, who's been an inspiration to you? Who do you want to give thank yous to?
Well, I certainly have to start with my wife. Supported me for 40 plus years of rock and
Congratulations.
roll and jazz and
Nice.
blues, and thanks. It's been a great journey, and all the musicians I've played with over the years, teachers, friends, neighbors, family, obviously. I mean, it's a huge list. A lot of support through the years, and certainly, Neil, here in the last several years, all the different, like I say, collaborations that we've done, and of course now with Leah and moving on to the next phase. So
Awesome.
it's a long list. Yeah.
Neil?
Well, first I'll like to thank the Gallatin Underground.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
You don't have to
sorry.
do that.
I meant to say that. I
too.
do thank you both so
Oh,
much.
thank you.
And same thing, my wife Gretchen and the family members these guys have too. I mean, I asked my wife one time, I said, how many times do you think you heard that song? And she said, how many times have you played it? So,
They have to hear it a lot.
Yeah, and it's, to play the same thing over and over just to get it down. But really just to thanking the musical community, and today it's being with these two people, Leah and Terry. So that's it.
Awesome.
Aw.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, so again, if you guys are watching the show, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you want to get on the show, just definitely hit us up. We love all sorts of music. We do not discriminate on any genre or type. So definitely, if you want to get out there, get on our show.
I'm waiting for that Hawaiian death funk to hit us up.
Hawaiian Death Funk. I've never even heard of that. or what was the one you were listening to this morning? The French rap?
French rap, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gangster French rap. That's interesting.
Oh, I just gotta quickly tell this story because
Okay.
I was on Discord last night and this guy hits me up and he's like, "I am a French gangster," and he's like, "I do not play." And I was like, "Cool, could you show me some French rap?" And he did.
Oh, cool.
And you've been
That was
listening to it all night. So.
Yeah. It's a trip, man.
Yeah, cool.
But
Any genre.
any genre. So yeah, any last words you guys want to say before we play this last song?
No, just thank you guys.
Yeah,
thank you
thanks
both
again.
so much.
You're
and
welcome.
thanks for all of you who are listening. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm just going to keep writing music. So stay tuned.
Awesome.
This
Oh,
song
capo.
is called, capo. This song that we're going to do is called Into a Pool. I want you to observe. I say these little words. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I fell into a pool of my own tears, and I drowned. I drowned. fragment of myself. I could not ask for help, and I fell. I fell. Then one day it all came into light. What is dark must always come to light. Bore much fright, much to my delight. Ain't alone in this plight for my life. Ain't alone in this plight for my life. So much had to change, I could not stay the same. Terrified, terrified, an end to the insane. I could not listen to my brain. I felt peace, I felt peace. A life that has returned, no longer feeling burned. I feel free, feel free. Then one day it all came into light. What is dark must always come to light. Bore much fright, much to my delight. Ain't alone in this plight for my life. Ain't alone in this plight for my life. Ain't alone in this plight for my life. I ain't alone in this plight for my life. I fell into a pool.